Another Friday in the city, a summer Friday, and a lot of you still looking for things to do on this weekend. Front Row Phyllis joins us from time to time on the Business Lunch to give us an idea of what might be coming up. Phyllis, welcome back to the Business Lunch.
Thanks, Steve. We got a lot of stuff going on, right?
Yeah, I hear a lot of noise there. Are you eating a turkey leg at Taste of Chicago right now? Is that what's going on?
I'm thinking about that. I'm not sure which restaurant, but, the Taste of Chicago is going on now through Sunday over at Grand Park. And besides all the great food, there's two, stages over there to hear some great music and some great artists that are going to be performing.
How are they doing at Taste of Chicago? Since they've downsized it a little bit, I just don't hear people talking about it as much.
That's interesting you say. They've actually, it's only about 5 days, so you got to cram it all in. And I think that they're still doing pretty well. And this year, they changed it up because it started right after the holiday. So it started on the 5th.
Right.
Versus I think last year they started like the 11th or 12th. So I think this is a better year for them.
Yeah,
and
it's a good idea.
Restaurants.
I've noticed too, traffic is very light this week. So I think a lot of people are off looking for things to do. So hopefully that'll help the crowds.
Yeah. And then down the street at Millennium Park is the Millennium Art Festival. And this is actually, I don't know if you know about this, this is actually ranked one of the top 50 art and design shows across the country. So you're going to get a chance to see artists show their work, everything from, paintings to ceramics, their photographs, and plenty. They also have some live music going on as well. And then several different restaurants that you can sample their food from, too.
Is that fairly new? I had not known much about this before.
That's pretty interesting. I think it's been around for a few years, but I never knew that they did it together. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I have to say that there's probably going to be a lot of traffic in that part of the city today and all weekend, right?
I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I want to jump ahead. I forgot to say we've got a pair of tickets to Idina Menzel coming up. I think she's at the Chicago Theater. Is that next month?
She is. She's going to be here over on August 12th. And, of course, we know her as one of the best of Broadway stars. She was in Wicked and Rent. And we have a pair of tickets to give away.
Well, let's just do it now.
Okay.
Call Bennett. The phone number is 312-981-7200. I wasn't sure which line to use. So 981-7200. We'll give it to the seventh caller, and we'll give you a pair of tickets. So call Bennett now at that. She's, of course, the person whose name got screwed up by John Travolta, right?
Right. Remember that?
Yeah. Hey, I'm a big fan of Ravinia. I see Sheryl Crow's there. That's tonight?
That is tonight. Sheryl Crow is there, and she is actually at Ravinia, and it's her Be Myself tour. Hence the name, because she actually kicked off earlier this year her latest album, and of course I say that it's preceding her other albums, a little thoughtful and candid, and she's got that incredible sultry voice and straight ahead approach. So I'm pretty excited to have her at Ravinia tonight. Yeah.
Can't miss a summer night at Ravinia. It's one of my favorite things about summer. I'm just looking over the list. We don't have time to run by everything. So, but I had forgotten that Adam Lambert, the guy who did so well on American Idol years ago, is now touring with Queen, right? And they're coming to the city next week.
They are July 13th over at United Center, and of course, all eyes are going to be on Adam Lambert. And it's not just because of his great outfit; it's because he is the front man for Queen. And it's kind of interesting because the guys actually, in a recent interview, said that you really need an extraordinary figurehead to front Queen, and they actually were really excited that they found him. And again, that's on July 13th, and then. Next weekend, I want to throw in that, don't forget, it's one of the biggest country festivals, and that is the Windy City Smokeout, and that's over on Grant and Chicago River. It runs Friday through Sunday, and some of the biggest names are going to be here. Jake Owen from Kit Moore, Lee Bryce, Jana Kramer, and then there's also over 13 of the best pitmasters. So you get a chance to sample stuff. I know. I'm so excited. Are you going to go over there?
So that's pretty close to Tribune's Pioneer Center, right? Or not? Yeah, Pioneer Center, not too far over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it should be really good.
I think, country music is great, and they've done a great job of sort of encapsulating themselves with these fairly small festivals, pretty accessible festivals. There was one just a couple weeks ago, just south
Right.
of here. And so, yeah, that sounds pretty
Right.
cool. Windy City Smokeout,
Yeah.
July 14th to the 16th. All right,
Yep.
Phyllis, thanks very much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.